Hello, beautiful souls. So, this video is about my journey with anxiety and what I did to the journey that I went on to heal from anxiety. So, just over a year ago, I was completely riddled with anxiety. Anxiety for me, it felt like I was always just overwhelmed, just feeling this overwhelming sense of pressure and tension and anticipating the worst and um, always in my head and obsessing over a past lover and who was avoidant, and anxiety just felt like this contraction in the back of my chest, in the front of my chest, this caving feeling like I'm just being caved in and I'm just in this shell, this dark shell, and it's crippling. It's crippling, and yeah, anxiety was just felt like it was I couldn't focus. It was very, when I'm in the place of anxiety, I'm not in the place of living my purpose or being able to really help others. When I'm in a place of anxiety myself, it's really hard to stay present with people. I just go into my head and I'm like dissociated on some level. So, what the nature of anxiety is that it's fear based, it's rooted in fear. Um, and it's for me, I set the intention, okay, I knew that this anxiety was coming from a place of fear, and this fear that's based on negative belief systems, beliefs like I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. So I got to a place where I was just over it, like I'm just ready to transform this fear into love. And from my past experience, the key to transforming a lower state of being is to focus on love and fight for the love. Do the work to get back into a place of love. So what I did was I started doing a lot. I was doing breath work for at least once a week, breath work. I joined online Facebook groups and just watched free videos online. I was doing this exercise where I would sit on the back of a yoga block. I would sit on a yoga block. I'll place it behind my back and just have my shoulders just exposed, yeah, my chest exposed, and I'll breathe and really have the intention of meeting the fear, meeting it head on, like going into the fear and meeting it with love, meeting it with my awareness, giving it my full presence. So if you're experiencing anxiety, if you see anxiety as your inner child, and you meet it with full presence, with full willingness to go to just meet it and be with it and give it love, that's when the journey of it transforming will start to happen. So the breath work, and then I was also meditating, and whenever I felt fear, I would meditate and just sit with it, no matter how uncomfortable it was. And sometimes I couldn't, but I prayed. Before I went into meditation, I prayed. I called upon God, the Holy Spirit. I called upon the masters, the healers, the spirits of love, the love warriors, to join me and give me the courage and the strength to sit with this fear, this anxiety. And then I was going through a period where, I really felt that presence, and I really felt that support, divine support. And I would sit in my anxiety for over an hour most times. I went through a period of 2 months of meditating 2 to 3 hours a day. Yeah, at least 5 days a week. So it was really quite consistent for the 2 months. And it really supported me in transforming the fear, and I felt lighter. and it was a full cleansing. It was a cleansing experience. So I was also, feeling into speaking to the parts of me that felt fear, and really getting curious, like so curious about this anxiety. Okay, like what are the beliefs? I would do a psychosomatic process on myself because I'm a transpersonal counselor. I like to work in a very psychosomatic way where I connect the mind to the body, and I go into the body and I see where is this story being held in my body, and I go into meeting that discomfort, the pain, the stories, mean it in the physical aspect. So let's say when I was having the anxiety and I really felt into it, I felt like it was here. I'd just sit with that feeling. I'd honor that the anxiety sitting in my solar plexus, and I'll address the soul of this anxiety. I'll address, the root of this anxiety. I'll be like, dear soul of my anxiety, I love you, honor you, I appreciate you. I'm willing to look at you. I'm willing to. How can I love you more? And I'll ask it questions. In a place of presence, I'll just ask it, okay. I'll just tune into, okay, what belief is this representing? And the first statement that will come to mind, I'll trust it. I'll just be like, okay, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that this anxiety has formed based on the belief that I am not worthy of love. And then I'll really sit with I am not worthy of love, okay? And I'll sit with it. I'll sit with the root cause. I'll sit with my inner child. And just breathe and give her my full awareness. Give her my full attention. And it's amazing what happens when you give those parts of yourself so much unconditional love. It's really transformational. Love melts all blockages. That's what my Taoist master teacher teaches. That's his philosophy, is that love melts all blockages. And once I feel that I've really honored this negative belief system, I would say the opposite. I'd be like, well, you know what? I'm willing to move into being worthy of love. So I'd say out loud, I'm worthy of love, and I'll breathe. I'll open the front of my chest to it, and then I'll open the back of my chest to it, and just see what comes up. And this is when usually, when I work with my Kundalini, and the Kundalini to me is just deep, deep presence. Yeah, like base rooted presence, timeless presence. And I really bring that presence into I'm worthy of love and open my body to it. Yeah, I can feel the resistance. If there's resistance and my heart doesn't want to open, I breathe and I just feel into all the resistance. And by giving that resistance the full love and attention, it starts to dissolve. And then the next step will start to happen and unravel in itself. Okay, so that's my journey with anxiety. I can say today with so much relief in my soul that I'm no longer suffering from anxiety. I feel light, I feel at peace, I'm in a place of acceptance, I'm in a place of gratitude, I feel that I'm in my heart, but it wasn't always like this. So I just want to share with you, if anyone's going through anxiety, I just want to give you some hope. If you feel that you want to get initiated into transforming this anxiety back into love, transforming your fear into love, like this is what I do for a living, this is my passion, so I'm totally here for you. Otherwise, get curious about breath work, get curious about meditation, get curious about doing the heart opening yoga poses, get curious about developing a more intimate psychosomatic relationship with yourself, and you'll be amazed at what you can do. So much love. Thank you for watching.